There are many reasons why we do want to wear a mask, and I'll just quickly explain some of those reasons. One is for the actual activist who's standing behind a mask, for the volunteer who's in the queue, makes them feel more comfortable because they don't feel like the bystander who's standing there looking at them is looking right at them as an individual. So their individuality is being taken away. They're all there just to show people the truth of what happens to the animals. And if that volunteer has some kind of mental health issues, they have anxiety or anything that keeps them from wanting to do activism, that actually makes them feel safe and comfortable to do that without their face being shown, without having to really interact with the public. So that's one reason. And the other reason why we do the mask is for bystanders, so that they feel comfortable coming close to the cube, looking at the screen without feeling like another human being is looking at them, is watching them, is judging them, etc. So they feel more comfortable just looking at the footage, and instead of having to interact with another human being, because if somebody was standing there, was showing them the footage and it was talking to them or doing some kind of interaction with them, then they would be distracted and they would feel like they have to interact, so they wouldn't be able to just focus on the footage. And that's why we use the mask. And the reason why we went with that particular mask...
When we started, we had to pick a mask, and there aren't many masks out there. When we went through what was available, we stumbled across the Fawkes mask. And we've always had knowledge of the anonymous movement and have had an interest in what it stands for and what it's supposed to stand for, which is to stamp out oppression in the world and to stamp out corruption and to stand up against unjust wars and oppression in general in many different ways, because there's many different sections of the anonymous movement and they fight for different things, but the presence for the animals in terms of their operations that they do are dismal, and we found it very appropriate to provide a strong animal rights presence within the anonymous movement. And we also found it very appropriate to align our mission, which is animal rights, with the ethos of the anonymous movement, because it's supposed to be, like I said, about stamping out oppression, and this is the greatest form of oppression that has ever existed. In pop culture today, I think people understand that about the mask. People understand that that mask can be used by anybody. Anybody can be anonymous. They also understand that some people use it in the wrong way. So I don't think that any amount of bad actions done with the mask by people that are just idiots are going to ruin it for us. Sometimes we get confused with the hacker group by people who don't understand Anonymous. They really are noobs. So the people who think that Anonymous is just a hacker group don't understand Anonymous at all, like not even slightly. And so when you're talking to those people, you just have to simply tell them that Anonymous has different sections. We're not part of the hacker group. We've never claimed to be. We're just animal rights activists, and we're anonymous because anyone can be, period.